Wow, that was a fast 5 minutes, guys. Good morning. Happy Wednesday. How are you all doing today? I hope you are doing fantastic. Give me one quick second here, man. Wow, that really was. It's amazing when you're trying to text something important, how fast it can go. All right, let me get rid of the phone. Good morning, everybody. I hope you guys are having a fantastic Wednesday. Man, life is good. What's going on? I'm going to do something slightly new this morning. Is there anybody out there that would like to share a win? The reason I ask is I think sometimes we go through this crazy cryptocurrency journey, and with all of the ups and downs, it can be very easy to focus on the downs. It can be easy to focus on, the negative. It can be easy to focus on the what ifs and the maybe the mistakes that we made, or the fact that our crypto portfolios haven't gone up. So is there anybody in the group? I'd like to start today off on a positive note. Is there anybody in the group that's got something, a win that they want to share? Maybe you were able to get in and buy a token that you love at an incredible entry point. Maybe you've got some trades in play that you're really excited about that are in the green. Maybe it's just something as simple as you had an incredible date night and you really enjoyed some quality time with your spouse or your children. It doesn't have to be crypto related, but let's get this started off by, typing in the chat just a brief sentence or two about something that you feel like is a win lately. So for me, I'll start off. Yesterday, I started off my men's small group, my Bible study. And man, it was incredible, even though only one person came. One person showed up. Next week, it'll be 2 or 3 or 4 or 5, and it'll grow. But it was just an amazing experience. And one of the things that I loved about it the most was just the fact that I was doing what I felt like God was asking me to do. I was being obedient. And, it was crazy. About an hour before the Bible study, I started feeling tired. I started feeling like this spirit of just wanting to go to sleep. And I was like, what did I get myself into? Why did I commit to doing this stupid Bible study? And I realized it was a spiritual attack, the devil doesn't want me to be a mighty man for the kingdom of God. And he was doing things to get in there. I'm sure, there was about 5 people that signed up for the Bible study last night and only one showed up. And those other 4 people probably don't even realize it, but God got in the way. Or excuse me, the devil got in the way. The devil got him distracted. The devil caused him to forget. The devil didn't want him in that Bible study, and he ended up, getting the best of them. And hopefully we'll win next week. But that was still a huge win for me to step out of my comfort zone to start that Bible study and to have one person on there yesterday that I really got to, share and have a good time with. Let me see here. Algorand Army says, I had a really nice breakfast. Thankful for the little things. Amen. So often in life, Algorand Army, we forget and take for granted some of the things that a lot of people in the world would really envy us for. We wake up, if we live in these first world countries like the United States or, most of Europe, and we take things like breakfast and electricity and air conditioning for granted. It's just a part of our everyday life. There's a lot of people out there that, man, air conditioning would be a massive, massive luxury. And so, yeah, I appreciate people that, are just excited about the little things. Man, we've got a lot of great people here in the chat. Good morning, Dave P. Good morning, Nayan Jonah, Tulsa King. Good morning. Let's go XRP. Donnie T. Dave P. again. Mabel. Good morning, Mabel. Appreciate you being here on the channel again. We've got the Algorand Army, as I just mentioned. Tim G. again. I appreciate each and every one of you for being here. I hope that you guys are having an amazing day. And what are we going to do here? Man, it looks like we might be ready for an altcoin season, guys. In fact, I was watching a video today, and I shared this video in my Telegram group, and I'm going to share it again here real fast right now. guys, because I think this is important. If you didn't see the message in the Telegram group, then let me pop this in here real quick. Here we go. This is the link here. So this video right here, I think it's about 15, 16 minutes long, is by our good buddy Keith, Crypto Bullseye. And this is an incredible video, basically titled The 8 Charts That Decide Altcoin Season. It's happening. The 8 charts that decide altcoin season. So I love this video, and we really love Crypto Bullseye here on this channel. He's sitting at almost 9,700 subscribers, and I would appreciate the Infinite Crypto YouTube community doing everything that they can to help this incredible man get to 10,000 subscribers. He's got an amazing YouTube channel. He puts out incredibly quality content. And so, guys, this is the link right here. As important as going and watching this video yourself and subscribing to his channel if you haven't, please share this video with your loved ones. This is a great video for the people in your life that have maybe, told you that crypto is a scam. It's a great video for people that have just said, I don't like crypto. I'm not going to use crypto. It's not going to be a part of my life. Keith does a very good job of explaining to the world that crypto is going to be a part of your life whether you like it or not. And these are some of the reasons why you might want to highly consider embracing it and bringing it into your life. And he gives a compelling case for an amazing altcoin season that we are right on the verge of, that might even potentially even be happening. Bitcoin was back up to almost $119,000 a few minutes ago. Looks like it's sitting at about 18.7. But let's help our our family out here. Crypto Bullseye is now real Infinite Crypto family, man. He is a brother. He is a huge proponent of the Infinite AGAPE project. And I see here, Tim G, Eric Bernstein, Mabel, most everybody Donnie T, most everybody that's watching the stream today is involved in the Infinite AGAPE token, Infinite AGAPE project. And Crypto Bullseye is bringing new holders. Crypto Bullseye is sharing and talking about our channel on his. You'll hear him mention the Real Infinite Crypto YouTube channel multiple times in this video. So anyways, enough about that. But man, I would appreciate each and every one of you going and watching this video. Hit that like button for him. If nothing else, go watch the video, hit the like button, and help the algorithm for YouTube share it out. If you're not comfortable sharing it out on your socials, fair enough. Just go watch it, hit that like button so that YouTube will share it to more people. But I'm excited to be a part of his party. I know he's going to do something special for his community when he hits 10,000 subs. And I would appreciate each and every one of you that helps him get there. So with that, guys, today is Microcap Gem Wednesday, and things are starting to heat up in the crypto market. Let me get over here where I am sharing my screen. And we want to share entire screen. And we're going to run over to add that to stage. Here we go. So we're going to go over some altcoins today. But one of the things that I wanted to share with you guys is just in general, the overall market. But since I have this page up, I would love some of you to take a peek at this coin. It's come across my desk 2 or 3 times in the last week. A couple of times by people that I really respect in the cryptocurrency market. I'm a little bashful about it because I'll show you guys here. If we go to the website, it looks it's kind of weird to me. It's a little different. It's called Texit Coin, for Texas by Texans. TXC is a fast, inexpensive mineable blockchain-based currency designed for generation of honest trade. And it's kind of interesting here. If you click on like the Texit Coin mission, it looks like they're trying to kind of be a different version of Bitcoin. They're looking to be basically, a peer-to-peer exchange of value. And I can't wrap my mind totally around this yet. Like I say, if people that I didn't respect hadn't been the ones to share this with me, I probably would have discounted it already and been like, no thanks, I'm not interested. But because it's people that I do have some respect for and that I do believe are very crypto savvy, I'm taking a closer look at it. And I would love for some of you that feel like you've been around this cryptocurrency market for, a while and have a pretty good understanding of what will work and what won't work in crypto, to take a peek at this token. Once again, on CoinGecko, it's just Texit, TEXIT, TXC, and then go to their website, take a look at this. One of the things that I don't like about it is if we go to this mine Texit coin, so you can actually become a miner faster, cheaper, and better than Bitcoin in almost every way. Our passionate affiliates are on track to make TXC bigger than the world's leading crypto. Join us, help secure the Texit coin network, and play an active role in the success of TXC. And it's just, to me, I can't quite wrap my mind all the way around it. I watched this video here. I'm not going to play it right now, but there's about a 5-minute video here that you can watch on it. And this is where it kind of goes off the rails for me, guys. So if you become an affiliate and becoming a part of the Texit coin mission, you can actually buy these nodes. Now, I'm all about nodes. I like to own nodes and have nodes that are spitting off crypto to me that, that is worth money that I can sell. This Texit coin has gone from all the way down here. It says its all-time low was 98 cents, but this thing has been around longer than CoinMarketCap has been tracking it. So it actually started out, I believe, at closer to like 3 cents. So it's had some pretty massive pumps. And then even if you look at it since, May of 2025 here, so just, 2 months ago, it was 98 cents. And today it's all the way up to $1.74. So there is some price appreciation going on. There is some buy pressure. There are some people buying it. It does have a fully diluted value of $82 million. So we're not talking about, a little tiny nothing token. I mean, it's gaining some traction, but I had trouble, when I saw here we go, with this, like, I don't know if I wanted to be recommending something to people where I guess really, when you go to buy a node, it always costs money. So you can buy one node for $995. It's got 100 mega hash mining power. It gives you one affiliate tracking center, which I'm not 100% sure what that is. You can buy 3 of them, and then you can do this builder plan. Now, I don't know the commission structure, but from what I understand is if you become an affiliate, so like the gentleman that I'm talking to that I respect, he's got an affiliate link, and if I go buy one of these packages through his affiliate link, I don't know exactly what he gets, but I know he gets something. That's not necessarily a bad thing, but at the same time, it does raise my spidey senses a little bit, because for some reason in the world of crypto, I haven't found a whole lot of projects that have these kind of referral programs, affiliate programs, that have had like massive long-term success. Normally, and I'm not saying that about this token at all. I'm really just trying to do my research here, but I've ran into some of these projects that have these big affiliate programs, and they're doing stuff like this, and a lot of times it ends up, turning into a Ponzi, even if that wasn't necessarily the intention, that at some point in time it kind of runs out of steam. and then the token price will crash. So while you have a lot of people marketing it and telling all of their friends about it and getting people to buy these nodes, you know, there is this incredible price pressure. But at some point in time, as there's more and more nodes in play and more tokens, you know, that are going out to these node holders, that also creates sell pressure, because these people that own the nodes, they want to, I mean, if they can pick up 1.74, you know, dollars per token, that's a decent little chunk. Now, I don't know how many tokens a node gets you a day. This is all very new to me. I wasn't even planning on necessarily talking about this today. It just happened to be where my CoinGecko was when we pulled this up, so I thought I would go into it for a minute. So once again, Dave P., Tim G., Eric Bernstein, you know, Lad, all of you guys that are on here, Vanish, all of you, if you want to take a closer look at this token and then get back in touch with me and let me know what your thoughts are on it. Let me see if you think that there's some value here, if there's something here that we should be paying closer attention to. On that note, let's run over here to CoinGecko. So we can see here Bitcoin coming in at $118,904. Ethereum up over 6.5% in the last 24 hours, up to $3,245. And, you know, basically you have a pretty big sea of green. Now, yesterday, that wasn't necessarily the case. Yesterday, we had a lot of red. In fact, we were talking on the trader live stream yesterday. I have some trades in play, and I was trying to decide, you know, what to do, whether I should sell, and, you know, and so on and so forth. And I just, as of right now, guys, I don't really like the idea of getting out of these trades. You know, I'll show you something that's, you know, so yesterday, so I've got this Bitcoin long in, or excuse me, Bitcoin short, which is going obviously horribly wrong for me. But part of the reason that I did this Bitcoin short was because I have a bunch of long positions in play, and I was using this as kind of a hedge. So as you can see here, I've got, you know, about $670 here on this trade, and I'm down $367 of it. But if we go over here, you can see all of these trades are in the green. And for those of you that were watching the channel, like you can see here that my H-bar trade is up to $4,800. I believe while we were looking at this trade yesterday, this trade was at around $4,400. So just the amount of money that I made on the H-bar trade more than covers what I'm down on that short position on the other. You know, my DOT was at around $400 in profit. It's now at $600 in profit. But I'll tell you why I hate selling. So this is yesterday. You know, I decided to close out my Avalanche long. So I closed out an Avalanche long at about 4. I wonder if I can see here position history, order history. Where's if I can go to transaction history, where is order details? So you can see, so this one here. So I closed out this Avalanche trade at an average price of $21.97 for a $611 profit on a $150 trade. But look at this, guys. If we go back out here to positions and we go pull up Avalanche, Avalanche is all the, oops, wrong one. Avalanche is all the way up to $22.26. That's not a huge increase. It's only probably 1%. But with 10% leverage, that's 10%. So that means my 611 would already be worth closer to 660, 670. And, you know, Avalanche, if we go take a quick little peek here at Avalanche, we can see that Avalanche was all the way up here at a $50 price point just back in in December. So do I think Avalanche is going to run back to 50 and higher if we have an altcoin season? Yeah, absolutely. So that trade that I made the $600 on potentially would have been worth $6,000, $10,000, $20,000 had I been able to keep it in play. And so I'm kind of, like I got this new trade in on Plume. Deadwood, I don't know if Deadwood's around, but Deadwood is super excited about this Plume token. I took a look at it. I saw that it was down quite a bit. If we go take a look at Plume here real quick, you'll see that over the last 14 days it was down 5%. Over the last 7 days it's up 5%. But I saw this chart and I thought, okay, this looks like a good opportunity to get in on Plume to me. And so I went ahead and I didn't do anything crazy. I got in for $62, not a massive trade because I wanted to be able to ladder in. But my point is, guys, it feels to me like altcoin season is here. I'm not even going to say that it's coming. Like, look at this, 24% in the last week, 21% in the last week, Stellar, 57% in the last week, SWE, 35% in the last week. And I mean, Ethereum, 22%, XRP, 25%. So yeah, there's going to be some ups and downs. Nothing's going to just go up and to the right, but is it time to maybe deploy some capital into some higher risk things? And, I've said it a million times, I don't have a crystal ball, but in my opinion, I think that it might be time to start deploying some money into some higher risk things. So, I put my money where my mouth is. I just went and bought $1,000 worth of DIMITRA. DIMITRA's been one of my favorite tokens. I've been talking about DIMITRA for years now. I actually met the DIMITRA team back at Bitcoin 2021 in Miami Beach, so 4 years ago now. And I actually was able to pick up some DIMITRA at 0.14. So I am up a decent little chunk on it. But you can see this token here not too long ago, November, 14-cent token. So even from here at 1.8 cents, just to get to 18 cents would be a 10x. And if you go out and take a longer term view of this chart, now I don't really count the beginning here. This is when it launched. But if you go back out here and look here, you can see that it was 22 cents here. And it actually, it's hard to get the exact top, but it actually went all the way up to about 27 cents when we had that run when Bitcoin made its new all-time high in March or April of 2024. This token was all the way up at around 27 cents. Its market cap is $17 million, guys. And in my opinion, this token is a $1 billion plus market cap token as we go along. If you go to the DIMITRA website, AI in farming, increase yield, reduce costs, mitigate risk, increase compliance. This is a token, in my opinion, that has some of the best utility in all of crypto. I also know the owner of the project very well, John Trask. In fact, we just did an interview with him at Bitcoin 2025 in Vegas. He was there. We talked for about 15 or 20 minutes about the project. I've had him on my channel multiple times now, and I've done multiple DIMITRA videos. So this is a token that, if you've been holding off, you've been waiting, man, I don't think you're gonna see much lower prices than where this is at. This is a token that, like I said, I don't go real deep on some of these microcap gems, but man, $1,000 is a solid little amount of money to put into something that's lower cap like this. But I think that this has the potential to 25, 50, 100x during a real good altcoin season. Another token that's been on my mind recently is LINQ AI. This is an AI project, and this is a super high-risk project, guys. You can see here it's only got a $6 million market cap. But this, in my mind, is an incredible project. I talked about this project back in, I don't know, October or November of last year. And as you can see, like all tokens, it's gotten smashed down. Its all-time high was 28 cents back on July 26th of 2024, just about a year ago. Its all-time low was just a few days ago at 2.1 cents. This is another token, though, that I think has the potential to do absolutely massive, massive things. You can buy this baby on a lot of exchanges. Same thing with DIMITRA. DIMITRA you can get on MEXC. You can get it on Uniswap. You can get it on KuCoin. This token is available on MEXC. It's available on BitGet, Bitmart. It's also available on Uniswap. You can just buy this right through your DEX on the Ethereum network. And if you go to their website, linkai.com, I think if you go check it out, a new era of digital work is AI first. If you look at their products, they have the Marketer, Automate Your Marketing, Researcher, AI-powered research, LINQHub, web app for link holders. They've got Composer, which helps create captivating content. They've got Creator, AI-powered design, and then Synthetic, social media stimulation. This is a really good product, in my opinion, for a lot of people. It covers a pretty broad area of AI. And as you all know, AI is definitely one of the hottest sectors in cryptocurrency. I think AI projects are going to explode if we have an altcoin season. So this is another one that I am pretty darn excited about. Something else that I did because of the Infinite Agape project is I Googled like what are the top AI projects on the Binance Smart Chain network, and it gave me about 5 really good AI projects. In fact, I nominated an AI project for this upcoming voting round that's on the Binance Smart Chain that I like a bunch, but I don't want to influence who you guys are voting for, so I'm not going to talk about it right now. After the next voting round commences, which we've got a few more days, guys. If you own 777 in Agape token, then you have the ability to nominate a token. We've done it twice now. We've had 2 voting rounds, and both of the winners got $500 worth of Agape tokens, and they won an airdrop. The first airdrop was $97 worth of PancakeSwap tokens that are now, those PancakeSwap tokens were about $2.15. PancakeSwap is up to about $2.40. So those things have appreciated 10 or 15% already since the airdrop. For those of you that won the airdrop and have just decided to hold those, I think you're going to turn your $100 in PancakeSwap probably into, in my opinion, a couple $1,000s during this altcoin season. And then on the last voting round, the rewards wallet wasn't as high as we would have liked for it to be. So we gave the voters that voted for PancakeSwap, the voters that voted for Polkadot was the token that won the last voting round. They all got $50 each in Infinite Agape tokens. So, before I turn this over to you guys, I do want to show those of you that are maybe a little bit newer to the channel, Infinite Agape is my token, my wife's token. We're the co-founders. Our tagline here, as you can see, is making a living while making a difference. Proverbs 3, 9, and 10. Honor the Lord with your wealth, then your barns will be filled to overflowing. So our mission here at Infinite Agape, we value faith, family, and financial freedom. Our mission is to help our holders have all 3 by creating a robust ecosystem that creates a win-win for the projects, the charities, and our loyal community. I won't spend a whole lot of time here, but I will tell you guys that the Infinite Agape token is still around 30% above its launch price. So it has had a pretty good retracement, but it is also one of the few private sales or new tokens that is actually still above its launch price. There are a lot of tokens out there that are well below their launch price. So you can go here to this website, and if you want to buy tokens, you can just simply click on buy tokens here. And this is going to take you right directly to the Pancake Swap page. You're going to want to connect your MetaMask wallet. You can see here I've got about 655,000 Agape tokens in this wallet. Those are tokens that I just purchased myself. Those have nothing. Hey, get out of the garbage. Those have nothing to do. Those have nothing to do with the team tokens. And still to this day, I have not sold one team token. I have not sold any of the tokens that I've personally bought as part of this Agape, project. So I'm biased. Go do your own research. But this is a very spirit-led, mission-filled project. I was just on a gentleman's YouTube channel yesterday that recorded a great interview. I think he's going to be very much, come on, dog. Seriously, guys, get out of here. Very mission-filled project, and we've got more and more incredible people coming in and being a part of this Infinite Agape token, and it's just a matter of time before we hit a tipping point and people start to flood into this project and the price explodes. The cool thing about this project, though, is theoretically, if you buy $777 worth of this token and you just win your token, you get to nominate a token every 2 weeks. If you just win 1 week, you're going to get $500 in value back in either USDT or Infinite Agape tokens. You're also going to probably win an airdrop because you're going to vote for the token that you nominated. That's a minimum of $50. So minimum value just for nominating one winning token is $550. And folks, I want to make it clear, we don't charge you anything to nominate. It doesn't cost you anything to vote. You just simply have to have enough tokens in your wallet. In our smart contract, the way that it's developed, it basically reads your wallet and sees, yes, you have whatever, 600,000 tokens, and at 1.3 cents, that's $780, which is more than $777, so you can nominate a project. Same thing for voting, but you don't have to stake your tokens. You don't have to spend any of your tokens. It doesn't cost you anything to nominate and to vote. Are you kidding me, guys? So even if this token never really exploded and did massive things price-wise, it's very easy to realize a huge ROI on this project, because once you own the tokens, like I said, you can nominate or vote every 2 weeks. There's several people on here. I believe Donnie T, I'm pretty sure Donnie T here is somebody that won both votes. Donnie T, you could tell me if I'm wrong, Donnie, but I'm pretty sure Donnie T voted for Pancake Swap and got $97 worth of Pancake Swap. He also voted for Polkadot and got $50 worth of Agape tokens. And I believe there's some other people here. I know there's a bunch of people in the chat. Like if you're in the chat and you have won, you voted for a token in one of the first 2 rounds and you got an airdrop of either Pancake Swap or Agape tokens, throw a 1 in the chat for me. I'm pretty sure that most of you have voted for the winning token at least once. So go ahead and throw a 1 in the chat. Yeah, Donnie T's won twice. So if he went out and purchased $77 worth of tokens, he's now got $97 in Pancake Swap and another $50 worth of Infinite Agape tokens. So he's got $150 in value in 2 weeks or in a month. And he gets to continue to vote every 2 weeks for, the rest of his life, hopefully, as long as this project goes on. I know that Donnie T also just invited Mabel into the group. And so now Mabel is a token holder, and they're going to have an opportunity to vote here in about a week and to start winning tokens. And that reminds me, Mabel, I've got a bonus for you. I need to talk to you in Telegram. I want to do something nice for you. Appreciate you joining the community. And then I'm going to get into one other thing real quick, and then I want to go, if you guys have, yeah, there we go. Let's Go XRP has won tokens. Tulsa King has won an airdrop. Crypto World has won an airdrop. So I want to share something with you guys here real quick in Telegram. See if I can find this real fast. I don't know if you remember, but last week, a bunch of you that were on this channel, you guys committed to doing something for the Infinite Agape group. So I don't know, this isn't that big, but it says, "Hey everyone, I just wanted to thank each and every one of you. You are all amazing, and I could not be prouder of the community that we are building. Who is up for a challenge?" I just had about 20 Agape family members commit to inviting at least one person into this Telegram group who buys Agape tokens. Will you raise your hand and commit to finding one person that will have our mission and that will support it, that will love our mission, and that will support it by being an Infinite Agape holder? Let us know in the chat if that's you, and please let us know when it happens. I cannot wait to meet all the new folks soon. Well, there was about 20 of you on this YouTube channel last week that threw a 1 in the chat and said you were committed to referring at least one friend into the group that bought tokens. And to the best of my knowledge, Donnie T is the only person that's followed through on that commitment that he made. So I'm not chastising the rest of you, but if you threw a 1 in the chat, or this week you're first hearing about this challenge, guys, we have about 100 holders. Do you realize that if all 100 of us that hold the token just refer one person that comes in and buys Agape tokens? And I said this last week, I don't care if it's $5 or $10. You know, obviously $77 or more is ideal so that they can vote, but invite people into the Telegram group, and then let's get them, help them to buy their first batch of tokens. And, you know, I'm pretty generous, so I haven't announced if or what I'm going to do for people that follow through on this commitment, but you can probably feel relatively secure in the fact that I'm going to do something special for those of you that take this commitment seriously and are inviting people into the Telegram group that buy tokens. So once you get somebody in the Telegram group and they have bought Infinite Agape tokens, please let us know in the chat. Please let us know. Please DM me, and you know, let's make that happen. For those of you, if you don't know how to get somebody into the Telegram group, let me show you. Go to the description of this video, or yesterday's video, or the day before's video, or last week's videos, or last month's videos. This is in just about every single description. Sometimes it's at the very top, like right here. Sometimes it's a little bit lower. Sometimes it's a little bit lower, but right here on the top of this description, Telegram, Agape referral bot. You hit that, you open Telegram, it's going to take you in, and once you do that, you're going to put in your email address, and it's going to create a referral link for yourself. So once you go create and get into the Infinite Agape Telegram group, you yourself will have a referral link that's like this one, only a little bit different because it's specific to you. You use that referral link to share the Infinite Agape token with your friends and get them into the Infinite Agape Telegram group. And then from there, the link to Pancake Swap and all of those things where they can buy the token is right there. So once again, do me a favor, guys. If you're watching this and you're committed, we're a week in. We've got about 23 more days for this month to be, you know, a month-long challenge. If you're committed over the next 3 weeks to refer at least one person to the Infinite Agape project that buys tokens, whether it's $1 or $1,000, put a 1 in the chat. And for those of you like Donnie, hey, Donnie, don't stop at 1, man. If you could get 1, you can get 2. So if this mission and the Infinite Agape token is something that you're excited about and that you want to be a part of, then throw a 1 in the chat if you're committed to getting at least one new token holder into the Infinite Agape family over the next month. Yeah, man, I see Daniel Espinoza, man. Thank you, man. I appreciate that. I appreciate that very much. Young Buck Crypto, man, he says, I'll try to get more people in. Donnie's in. God will make everything better's in. So crypto world, you know, all of you guys that are saying, yes, I'm willing to step up and help the Infinite Agape token grow, man. I love you guys. I appreciate each and every one of you. I really, really do. So thank you all for stepping up. And Algorand Army, Dave P, Jet Set Crypto, Freddie, all of you guys. And hopefully all of you guys ought to be in the Telegram group. If any of you that are putting a 1 in the chat aren't already in the Telegram group, then go get in the Telegram group yourself. We show a lot of things. There's a lot of value, you know, not only in this Telegram group are we talking about the project, like right here, we can see right here, the first winners were Donnie T, who referred Mabel. But we also have, you know, I've got important links, and I shared some trades in there. Like these are some of the winning trades. This trade here is actually up now. I was just showing it. This is unrealized profit. This trade was up $2,300 as of about 5 or 6 days ago. Now this trade is up. If we go back here, this trade is now up. H-bar is up $4,834, guys. So not only are you inviting people into a community where the Infinite Agape token is something that can help them make money, but don't forget these winning projects. You know, Polkadot obviously is a well-known project. So Polkadot being nominated isn't a microcap gem. But let me ask you guys a question. If somebody was in the group that was new to crypto and they didn't know what Polkadot was, and they got referred to Polkadot, if we go out here to historical data, if you go back and look here on July, I want to say it was about July 7th. So when Polkadot was nominated, it was a $3.37 token. So if somebody was part of the Infinite Agape project, and because of Infinite Agape, they heard about Polkadot, and that really became something that was on their radar, and they had went out and bought Polkadot, they would already go from $3.37 to up over $4. It's up, you know, 30% or so in the last, you know, week-ish. And so here it is now. Yeah, it's a $4.17 token from $3.37. Guys, once again, I mentioned PancakeSwap. Some of you that if you are a part of crypto, you've been around a long time, you know about PancakeSwap. You know it's the #1 DEX on the Binance Smart Chain. But guess what? Newer people to crypto don't know. That's one of the things that we do at Infinite Agape is we teach people how to get funds into their MetaMask and how to buy the Infinite Agape token on PancakeSwap. So we're also educating people in crypto. But look at this, $2.49, historical data. If we go back, this token, it was about a month ago. So you can see here back on June 27th, that's probably in the ballpark or close. It was $2.16. When I went and bought the token and sent it out and airdropped it, it was about $2.15. Now, folks, it's up to $2.47. What is that? You know, if we go look here, at the chart, we can see that this thing is up. It's up in the last month. Well, it's only showing 6.9%, but I think that's a little low. 6% of $2 is only 12 cents, and it's up more like 35 cents. So I think it's up more like 25% since the $2.15 range. So anyways, I'm going to quit talking about Infinite Agape. I love you guys. I know that that's not the only token in the world, but of course, I'm passionate about it. I love that project. I love what we're doing. And I just love the utility of it. I think we have something special here that's really going to help people. And in my opinion, when you refer somebody to the Infinite Agape family, I think you are doing them a huge service. So with that, I'll shut up, let you guys do your thing. I appreciate, Lexi Lucy, Tulsa King, D King, few months new AI prediction betting on base. D King, let's go take a peek at D King. Dave P, always coming through with some amazing gems. Let's go look at D King. Or maybe not. There we go. D King. Draft King. Interesting. So, well, wait. No, this is not. Okay, so it's a play on DraftKings. So DraftKings is a really big site. In fact, if we go over here, I'll show you. It looks like they are playing on this company here. So hopefully they're not doing anything that they shouldn't be that'll get them in trouble. But this is DraftKings right here. This is a company that has been around for a lot of years, that does a lot of stuff in sports betting. And so D King looks like it is playing off of Draft King in a sense, but it's spelled DRAIFT. Its price right now is 75 cents. It's got a market cap of 15 million. So that definitely fits in with our low market cap gem. You can see here it's retraced about 45% over the last handful of months. It had a peak at about $1.36, but its all-time low here just 5 months ago was 11 cents. So it's definitely had a rebound from its all-time low. Where can we buy this token? So it looks like it's just on some dexes. You can get it on the Uniswap, Base, Aerodrome, Slipstream. So it's on the Base network, so it's going to be good and cheap to buy. That's good. We like that. And then let's go take a peek at their website. The legacy of the quants lives on. Their king has arrived. Long live the king. Doesn't look like there's a whole lot of information. We can read the light paper. That just takes us here to X. So sports betting is no longer about luck, intuition, or even basic analytics. Through the combination of creator bids, agent ecosystem, score technologies, advanced computer vision, and predictive capabilities, DraftKings DAO structure is fundamentally transforming the playing field. Escape the 97% trap. How DraftKings quant revolution is democratizing sports betting profits. In the 200 billion sports betting market, a stark reality persists. 97% of bettors lose money, while professional syndicates maintain win rates above 60%. This disparity exists because sophisticated betting strategies have remained locked behind institutional walls, accessible only to elite players. Interesting. So this is a company that is going to help you potentially make more money on your sports betting efforts. So if this is something that is up your alley, then I would certainly take a closer look at it. Man, I got so many tabs open, I can't keep them straight. There we go. So this is definitely a project that you guys might want to take a closer look at. I think that, the gambling sector in the world is just getting bigger and bigger and bigger. More casinos, more gambling. It's getting legalized in more places. And as it mentioned there, it's a $200 million or billion dollar, industry. And I think that could be a little bit low. That could be conservative. And it is a growing industry. So I definitely think that this is something worth having, on our radar. I would want to do a little bit more research and take a closer look at it. Probably, let me see, it doesn't look like they have a Telegram group or a Discord group yet, or at least it's not on CoinGecko. So Twitter is about the only thing we can look at, and I'm assuming, let's see if they've got 2 different Twitter pages. Okay, so here's their main Twitter page. It's not part of the white paper, so we're going to go ahead and follow them there. You know, the first thing that I see here is that it's followed by Sin City Crypto, which is a cryptocurrency YouTube channel that I really like a lot, that's based out of Las Vegas. I've been on their channel before. We're good friends. And so there are definitely some people here following this project that, you know, that I am, you know, friends with, people that I like. Crypto Bull here. So yeah, definitely an interesting project. And based on the fact that I know some of the followers, that it's on the base network, I would definitely take a closer look at this, especially if this is the kind of project that you get excited about. If you like to bet on sports, if you like to bet on baseball, football, basketball, you know, boxing and different stuff, then, you know, you might very well enjoy a project like this. Let's take a look at Dex Screener and see, you know, what's going on. You can see it's got the heart attack chart, but that's okay. It's up and down and all over the place. You know, it's got some good buys, some good sells. That's a $700 buy there, $657 buy. I mean, you've also, but it looks like it's even out. If you're looking at it, it's got, you know, there's fair amount of people taking profit, but there's also a fair amount of people that are buying. Something else that I like to look at, guys, I don't know if you've ever noticed this, but one of the things you want to look at when you're looking at Dex Screener, you want to look at the maker. You want to look at these addresses. So one of the things that I look for is I don't want to see the same address over and over and over. What do I mean by that? Like, you can see here, look, CEB7, 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 4778, 4778, 4778, 4778. So you got people buying, especially when I see them buying and selling. So like you got right here, the CEB7, 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 and this goes, I mean, this is all the way, look, CEB7 all the way down to there. So that is a little bit of a red flag in my mind, guys, because you've got the same guy buying and selling. And that could be a money maker, a market maker, somebody that owns, I don't know if you guys are aware of this, but there's a lot of tokens when they launch. There's actually companies that you can pay that basically are market makers, and you send them, like, say, $20,000 worth of your tokens and $20,000 worth of USDT. And then they trade your token back and forth. They buy and sell to manipulate the chart to make it look like there's more volume than there really is, and slowly to pump the price. And then the way that I understand it is you're paying them a monthly fee. So you end up getting back your USDT, you end up getting back your 20,000 in your project's tokens after you're done using them. But maybe they're charging you $2,000 a month, $5,000 a month. I don't know the exact price. I've never done it. But somebody was actually recommending this service to me the other day, saying that maybe I should consider doing something like this for the Infinite Agape project. And I let them know, hey, we're interested in true organic growth. Maybe it'll be slightly slower, but I don't want to pay somebody $5,000 a month to go do fake buys and sells and to try to create something that really isn't honest and ethical and fair. So I'm not saying that that's what's going on here, but this is just a little bit of a red flag. If you continue to scroll down here, you will kind of, you'll start to see some new addresses though. So down here a little lower, there are some new addresses. Something else that could be happening is it could just be bots. So I don't want anybody to go to, DraftKings and say, hey man, this YouTuber is saying that you're faking your chart, because there is, if there's no tax, there could be trading bots that are just buying, selling based on an algorithm. I'm just simply saying that the more different wallet addresses you see on Dex Screener, the more legitimate, in my opinion, that a token probably is. And the more true holders, the more true community members they have. So that's something that I would look at on some of these tokens when you're trying to decide whether or not you want to put some of your hard-earned money into the tokens. Let me get rid of some of these tabs. Anybody, so real quick, does anybody have an idea of, on this Texit coin, have any of you that have been paying attention to crypto over the last 6 months, have you ever heard of this token? Or is this the first that you had heard about it? Anybody here have any thoughts on it? Any of you that have heard about it and have already been researching it? I would love to hear if anybody here that's on the channel today is somebody that's actually, kind of taking a look at this thing and has some interest in, in this project and all, has an opinion on it. If not, we've been on here for about an hour. If anybody has a token that they would like me to take a quick look at, I am happy to do so. I put this in my bio the other day too. If any of you that are, hey, Justin, welcome, my friend. Good to have you here. Hope you are doing fantastic. And we got Occupy Mars. Thank you for being here. BNB over $700. It's over $700 right now, or it's going to be over $700. Let's see what he is talking about here. Welcome, Roger the Alien. Good to have you. BNB, yeah, BNB just clicked up over $700. So these are the tokens that I'm paying the most attention to, guys. Hedera is the #1 token that I have the biggest trade in on. If we go here and you take a peek, I actually got very lucky. I'm not going to say it was all luck because I've been laddering in. I started this Hedera trade. My average entry price is 13.89 cents. I started longing it at about 17 cents, and then I had to put in a ladder at a little over 16 cents, and then I had to put another ladder in, and this thing came all the way down. My liquidation price on it was 12.5 cents. This thing came all the way down to under 13 cents. So even after I got my average cost all the way down to 13.89 cents, it was still a little bit touch and go. But man, this thing here, I was showing you guys a little bit yesterday, but this thing here is already $4,800 in profit. But I want you guys to, if you're wondering why I don't take my 4,800, this is why. This token, in my opinion, is going to be anywhere from about a $1 token to a $5 token. At $1, this trade becomes worth 62x. 62 times 600 is 36,000, little over, probably closing in. Then you've got the $50 times 62, so it's probably around a $37,000 profit at $1. If this thing does something crazy and goes all the way up to $3, that is a 205x. So 205 times 600 is a little over 120 grand. DOT is another token that I'm very, very leveraged in. It's also a token that I own and hold a bag of. It's a token that I think has faded into oblivion to a certain extent with a lot of people. But guys, you can see here, this thing peaked out during the last bull market at over $50. And just a couple of times recently, right here on December 4th, it was up over $10, $11 right here on March 11th of 2024. It was up over $11. This token, in my opinion, during an altcoin season is going to run up $15, $20, $25, potentially higher. So take a peek here at my DOT trade. Right now, this $238 trade is in profit, $613. It's up 246%. But let's take a quick look at this. If we do the take profit and we just go to $11, that is a 23x, 2,283%. So 23 times 240 That's going to be well over 8 grand, probably closer to about a $9,000 profit instead of the $600 that it's in right now. If this thing goes up like I think it can, back to, you know, half of its previous all-time high at $25, we're talking about a 65x, 65 times 250, well over 13 grand. And so my point though is, on a token like this, look at this, guys, DOT at $4.18, in my opinion, Polkadot is still ripe for the picking when it comes to doing some of these trades. So my point is, if any of you would like to work one-on-one with me, where we hop on a Zoom, we open up and share our screens, you go get yourself a BYDeFi account, and I will help you get some funds over to that account, and I will help you personalize your trading strategy. If that is something that you are interested in, DM me on Telegram, DM me on Twitter, DM me on Discord, and let me know, and we will see if you are a good fit for my coaching. Would love to kind of hold your hand and take a few of you underneath my wing and help you to maximize this altcoin cycle that I believe we are going to get into. One other token here that I do want to mention, SPX. I don't know if any of you have heard of SPX yet. SPX 6900. Great advice there. Deadwood says, don't forget to use DeFi Llama to research coins and to help you see where money is flowing. Absolutely. So yesterday, I talked about trading this on my channel, and unfortunately, I had a meeting at 11 and a meeting at 12, and I never got around to getting a trade in on this token, but it's up 19.3%. But guys, this is another massive token that I think is going to do big things in this bull market. Now, it's weird. It's kind of a meme coin. For those of you guys that haven't seen SPX 6900, it's definitely a meme coin, but it is also a meme coin that is growing a amazing following and is getting some big eyes on it and is doing amazing things. And it's got one of the cleanest charts that you will ever see. So this right here, this cup and handle, we were talking about this on the chart yesterday and how this thing was poised to have a massive breakout. I want to say, if you go back and watch my Trader Tuesday from yesterday, that Keith, Crypto Bullseye, said that this thing was going to probably break out and go up. It was roughly about a 2x from the $1.75 that it was sitting at yesterday. When he drew out the candlesticks, when he drew out the move, I think it was around a 2x that this thing was due to go back up over $3 or so. And if you look at this token, its all-time high here is right now. It's at $1.89. But this is another token that you could buy spot, or you could do a little bit of leverage trading, which reminds me, I'm going to go do some leverage trades on this, because I want to have access. I want to have some skin in the game when it comes to this token. Unfortunately, this token is not on Binance Smart Chain. I'm really excited when the Infinite Agape project explodes a little bit more, gains a little bit more traction. When this thing gets up to, say, half a cent to a penny, when it's at 5 or 10x our launch price of 001, when we get up to half a cent, a penny, somewhere in that ballpark where we've 5, 10, 15, 20x'd, we are going to launch Infinite Agape 2 on the Base network. And that's another great reason, Base or Solana. It's going to be Base or Solana, and then whichever one we launch on next, the next one will be either Base or Solana. So the next two chains that we're going to launch on are Base and Solana. And as Infinite Agape holders from the Binance Smart Chain, you're going to have an opportunity to get in on the absolute ground floor of those new launches. So it's another great reason and incentive for you guys to help build this project and refer people into the project, because you and the people that you bring into the Infinite Agape project now are going to have a huge advantage when we get ready to launch on Base, when we get ready to launch on Solana. But anyways, yeah, we can't nominate this token for for this nomination round on Infinite Agape, because it's got to have a Binance Smart Chain contract address, and this doesn't appear to. But this is another token that I would highly look at. And last but not least, I want to show you one of the reasons why. If we go to Discord, guys, you guys that have been following my channel for a while have probably, man, Ultimate, the Crypto Lifer is doing a whole lot in his group, showing all sorts of amazing things. Let's see what he has to say about the market, man. Recently, get trading the 1 hour Bitcoin trade alert. So he just put in this trade alert. It looks like he was saying to buy here at around 119, and he is looking for a measured move all the way up to 126,695 Bitcoin. Woohoo! Anybody else get excited about $127,000 Bitcoin? Man, obviously that doesn't mean that it's guaranteed to happen, but that's, I need to get out of this short. That's one of the things I need to do. I'm down $366 on this short, but my liquidation price on it is only 120 grand, and it's sitting at 119. So if it goes up about another 1,700, I lose the whole 700 I've got on this trade. Something else I do want to say real quick is BYDeFi gave me this money to trade, and basically the way that it's set up is if I lose this money, I don't owe it back to BYDeFi. It is real money, in the sense that if I make money with these trades, I get to keep the profit. So it's not like a fake account. I'm not showing you guys fake trades that I don't care whether they win or lose, because if this is in profit, I would actually be able to use those funds for my life to do whatever I want to do with. On the same side, that's part of the reason this is a 25x leverage, because if I lost it, it didn't hurt me as far as it didn't come out of my pocket. And so with some of these funds that BYDeFi gives me, I like to do a little bit more riskier plays, so that if I hit something big, I can cash it out and use it for life. But I don't want you guys thinking that I'm throwing $700 at a 25x long, or a short, just kind of by the seat of my pants, and that I'm being irresponsible and teaching you guys bad habits. So I do want to give you the disclaimer. I would have never made this trade with just my own money. I would have, if I was going to short, I probably would have shorted at 10x leverage. And I also probably wouldn't have let this run this long. I would have probably just taken a little bit of a loss on this. But anyways, I digress. But there is some amazing things going on in the market. And let me get back. I lost my train of thought, but I just got it back. So I wanted to show you, there's a gentleman that I've been learning from named Mark Fu that owns Altcoin Ignition. This is a paid group. And he has his Bitcoin, where he really talks about what he thinks is going to be happening with Bitcoin. I'm not promoting his paid group. If any of you really like something that you see here and you want more information, I'm happy to give you more information about it. But one of the things that I wanted to show here, if I can find it, see if it's in his gems. So he has this gems chat, which I really like. So he's talking right here on June 14th. He was talking about this agent virtual machine, AVM. So this doesn't look like the channel where he talked about so you guys can take these. This is all free alpha for you. If you want to go back and watch these are tokens that he's been recommending. I want to see, I wonder if it's, was it here? This is where I got one of those posts where it talks about 7 rate cuts in 2026 and talks about the fact that we could have an extended bull market. Where, and is it DGen? Okay, here we go. DGen calls project name SPX 6900, ticker SPX. Meme coin with a cult following that is likely to see serious upside at some point. Expect a bumpy ride and understand that this is a degenerate play. So this is a little bit of a degen play. Don't take all your money out of the bank and go bet on this. But he also, I can't see where he put it. If it was under a trade, was it trades? I can't find it, guys. But long story short, roughly a week ago, Mark Fu said in his channel that SPX was one of the cleanest looking charts that he had seen. And then yesterday when Crypto Bullseye was on the channel, he took a look at SPX and he loved it. And we were talking briefly this morning. I think he put in a trade on SPX. So he'll be back on the show next Tuesday. And we'll talk a little bit more about SPX and get an idea of what he did and what trades he has in play. But I'm going to hop off of here and go place a couple of trades. I want to get some ladders in. And so for those of you, I know this isn't the Trader Tuesday, but let me just give you a little bit of an idea of what you would learn from me. Say we were doing this one-on-one. So I'm going to go over here to BYDefi, and I'm going to pull up SPX. So I know it's already up 18%. Do I want to put in a long on a token that is up 18%? Well, I don't know. It may or may not be the best idea that I've ever had, but this is what I'm going to do to be careful about it. So at $1.18, that's going to give me around, what is that, $1.86, excuse me. That's going to give me around 18-cent liquidation price on 10x leverage. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do 5x leverage on this. We're going to go isolated and we're going to change this to 5%. We can always ladder up. One of the things that we learned from Crypto Bullseye, you could start off with 5x leverage and then you can move the leverage up as you go. And this is one of the things that I'll be teaching you if we do some work one-on-one. So we're just going to do a 5x trade. And then the second thing that I'm going to do, I'm going to put this in here at 1.8, whatever this, where's it at? It looks like it's kind of going up. I'm going to do 1.867 and see how that goes. And then I'm only going to start off with about a $50 trade just to get a little skin in the game. 5% is around $50, and we're going to hit the long button. We're going to hit confirm. And now we've got this order in for SPX. And you can see here it's at 186.7. Right now it's at 1.8685. So it needs to go back just a little bit. And once it does, I'm going to then go in and place a small ladder trade in case. So there we go. This thing, nope. It's so close. What are we at here? 1.867. It's at 1. Oh, it's up. Oh, it just jumped all the way up to 1.87. Excuse me. So it's nowhere near executing. I'm going to go ahead because I want to show this, guys. I just want to get a trade in. So I'm just going to go ahead here. That few hundredths of a cent is not going to make that big of a difference here in the long run. I want to get this trade in. Let's see. We're at 1.8727. Now it's all the way up to 1.875. I hate it when it does this. I swear to goodness, guys, maybe I'm superstitious, but it just amazes me how often I go to buy a token and it does this on me. Like I can't get it to execute because it seems like it just wants to go up while I'm placing the trade. With 5x leverage, it's not that big of a deal. I mean, I hate to just buy at the peak of this little run up though, but man, I want to show you that are watching that haven't seen this before. I want to show you when I get in this. Here we go. So that executed, and it's already going to be, you can see here, it's like basically break even. But we got $51 in this. But look at this. My liquidation price is $1.51. So I've got some wiggle room here. It's got to go from 186 all the way down to 151 before I would get liquidated. So the way that I don't have to worry about a stop loss and I don't have to care too much if it goes back down is I do a ladder. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to this 150.163. I'm going to go to about 151.85. I'm going to go in here and manually change this to 151.85. And then I'm going to do, I want to ladder about double. So I want to ladder about $100. So that 10% would be 98. So I'm going to go slightly over 10%. We're going to get to about 11% here. That should be pretty good. And we're going to hit long. And we're just going to long this here. Now we've got this open order in where we've got this buy-in at 151.85. I've got my first trade in. I set it, and now I can kind of forget it. I set it. I got my first ladder in. If I wanted to be super, super careful, if you take 20% of 150, that's another roughly 30 cents. That's going to take it all the way down to around $1.20. So if I wanted to be super careful, I could go down here to about, say, $1.25 just to be safe, and I could do $200. So now I've got 877. So that's going to be just under 25%. So I would go to around, say, 23%, hit long here, and boom. You can see, I should have here. I want to show you guys that again. Let me show you something here. I apologize, but let me show you this again. I want to show you this $1.25 trade. So it's $1.25. We go to about 23%. You see right here, guys, if you can't see, if you're on your phone, it says price gap, 45.71%. So right here with one buy order at the current price, and then two ladders, I give myself a 46% cushion, which is a heck of a cushion, guys. This token is not going to probably come all the way back down to like 90 cents. There's a pretty high likelihood that even if it retraces a little bit, that ain't going to happen. And then what I will do, even if it does come down a little bit, is I can literally go in at 90 cents and do another ladder and get it even lower. But I don't think that's going to happen. But what I'll also do on the flip side, as this thing starts to run up, and if it breaks through, say I want to go back and look at Keith's video because there's some levels of resistance. So I think it was around $2.15 is the next level. So maybe I ride this trade up to 215 at 5x leverage. But if it breaks through and it looks like the next stop is, say, 275, I'm going to go add a little bit more to my position, especially let's say that this never comes down and none of my ladders get put into play. And now all of a sudden this is a $2.15 token. I'm going to get rid of those ladders. I'm going to go to 7 or 8 or 10% leverage, and I'm going to add a little bit to my position. So something else that's been amazing over these last few weeks is I've learned how to ladder on the way up, how to increase my leverage and increase the amount of money that I've got in a trade, which has been a lot of fun. So for those of you that haven't been watching the Tuesday Traders, you might want to hop in and check out the Tuesday Trader next week. But that is all for today, guys. I appreciate each and every one of you. Have a very, very blessed weekend, man. I've got some exciting things going on. I'm headed for Las Vegas tomorrow morning. I'm going to a Kingdom Builders event with Ryan Pineda, all about building business and learning how to build business, which leads me to my last topic. I think I asked this question a few weeks ago, but let me ask it again so I can get a baseline. Are any of you in the group here entrepreneurs? Are any of you business owners. So if you're a business owner, throw a 1 in the chat. If you would like to be a business owner, if you've got an idea for a business that you would like to start, put a 1 in the chat. If you are somebody that really likes the idea of getting out away from your 9 to 5, but you still want to be doing something that you're passionate about, something that is increasing your wealth, increasing your fun in life. You don't want to just retire and sit around sipping pina coladas on a beach. You want to retire from your job so that you can go do something that you're more passionate about in ministry, or in, you want to donate more of your time. You want to, maybe you've got a cause. Maybe you really, have a huge heart for people that have cancer, and you want to donate your time to, a cancer hospital, or, anything on, if that is you, please put a 1 in the chat. If you're a 1099 employee, like if you're a real estate agent, or, an accountant, or a lawyer, or somebody that would really like to increase your lead flow, if you would like to learn how to sell double the amount of houses next year as you've sold in the last 12 months, you want to double how many houses you've sold in the next 12 months. If any of those things apply to you, throw a 1 in the chat. Okay, I see a lot of 1s. Roger the Alien, Mabel, Occupy Mars, Z-Dot, God Will Make Everything Better, Cartman, Donnie, GTA, Let's Go XRP. I'm literally going to take a screenshot of this. Do me a favor, guys. Reach out to me in a DM on Telegram, preferably, but Twitter works fine. Discord, I'll get it eventually, but I'm not on Discord as much. But if you are serious about that, if you own a business and you would like to double, triple, quadruple your revenue, if you want to start a business, if you want to create, a charity or a mission-driven project, please DM me. I've got some free resources. I've got some things that I want to share with you, but I'm going to this Wealthy Kingdom Builder event tomorrow and Friday, where I'm going to learn some incredible information that I think is going to help propel all of our businesses forward. It's going to help us in our cryptocurrency journeys. It's just going to be absolutely massive. So if that sounds like something that you would like, if you would like me to shoot you some links to some free resources and some things that I believe are going to absolutely revolutionize your business and your income, please shoot a link to me. Like I said, I'm going to take a picture of this and try to make sure that I get hold of each and every one of you. And then, last but not least, my Bible study next Tuesday night, 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, 9 p.m. Eastern. If you are interested in that, I've got the link in yesterday's video's description. I will get it into today's video description, but it's very simple. You click the Wealthy Kingdom link. It's going to ask you for your email address, and you're going to request to join the group. That way you're going to get the Zoom link, all of the information that you need to be a part of this men's small group. For women, I mentioned this yesterday, my group is just specific for men. My wife is going to be doing one for women. So if you are a woman here on the channel and you would like to be part of a small group of women that are encouraging each other and helping go through the challenges of this life here on this earth, spiritually, biblically, let me know and I will get my wife's link to you guys. So with that, folks, I hope you got a little bit of value out of today. I see more and more 1s coming in to the group. So seriously, folks, if you put a 1 in the group, literally go right here to the description of this video, click on this Telegram referral bot. That's going to take you into the referral group. That's going to then get you into the Infinite Agape Telegram group. When you're in the main chat, just look for any post that's me. This is me right here. All of these posts, click on one of these posts. It won't let me click on it because it's mine, but just click on one of these posts here and shoot me a DM. DM me on Telegram if you put a 1 in the chat, and I will find out whether you are currently a business owner that's looking to, 3, 4, 5, 10x your revenue. If you have a business idea that you want to start, I can help you with that. If you're mission driven, you've got a charity or a mission that you would like to do. If you're trying to create passive income so you can retire from your job, we'll find out exactly what it is that you are looking to accomplish. And I've got some free resources, some things that I can point you towards that I believe are going to help. So go get into the Telegram group and then DM me. And you can even, tag me. Sometimes I get a lot of DMs. You can see here. I mean, I'm on Telegram Premium, but look at all of the groups that I'm in. So like sometimes, I don't even have my screen up. So I'm not showing you guys, but I think most of you that are familiar with Telegram can figure it out. I guess I should share this real quick though. But, so this is the main chat of the Telegram group. Just click on any message here that I actually made myself, and you should be able to DM me very easily. But I was showing you, this is my Telegram. You can see I had to get Telegram Premium because I had over 500 groups. So my point is, if you message me, go ahead and just at me in the Telegram group. Feel free to join the Telegram group and then just say @BradV7007. Check your DMs so that I know that I've got a DM from you, and I will get back to you as humanly quickly as possible. So with that, folks, once again, I am going to take a screenshot of this, all of the ones here, and I'm going to do my best to make sure that we connect, each and every one of us that put a 1 in the chat. I want to connect with you one-on-one. So God bless all of you. Have an amazing rest of your Wednesday. Have an amazing rest of your week. I can't wait to share with you some of the things that I learn over the next couple of days. Next week's live streams are going to be absolutely off the hook. So with that, God bless. Have a fantastic day. And we will see you again very soon in the next video.